I feel very excluded. Like I'm not a part of the big human race. You don't see a young female in a wheelchair that often. So I try to look at it like they just think it's abnormal. But yes, people look a lot. It makes me feel different, but I'm not different. I'm just sitting down. It's just how I get around. It's not who I am. But I think people don't get that. My view on accessibility changed a lot after the accident. I was like, why haven't I never thought about this? I don't think normal people think about it that much. I can be honest and say I didn't do it before the accident. I didn't. But now I'm like, I'm one of them. I would say the only thing that's bugging me is when I want to go out. And I just want to go wherever I want, and I know that's not possible everywhere. I feel like accessibility in Denmark is not good enough. I think there should be ramps everywhere, every store. And if you build something, build an elevator, it should be seen as normal to do that instead of not doing it, because there are more people who walk, but there's also people who don't. When you go to downtown and there's stores you want to go in to look at clothes, but there's stairs and you can't get in. Yeah, stairs. They are a big problem everywhere. It's crazy. Some places that you can't go. Heartbreaking. It makes me feel not included, like I'm someone just being thrown out, or it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be like that. If everyone else could go in there, I should be able to go in there too. My independence is being taken away a lot. It's because I have to get help for everything. If the accessibility was right, my dependence wouldn't be this bad. I don't think other people realize how much I have to think about. There's planning in everything, everything. When I have to go somewhere where I haven't been, if there's a handicapped toilet or if there's stairs, if I'm able to come in, all kinds of stuff I think about. I feel discriminated when I'm outside, but with eyes, if it makes sense. You know, like the eyes, the people, how they look at you, makes you feel like discriminated. You get emotional very much because you wasn't looked at like that before. I think a lot of people choose to stay inside because it's frightening. It was for me in the beginning. It's frightening to be different, and when you have that feeling and you go out and people look at you, that's not a good combination. I experience a lot. People are like, oh, it's so nice you came here, and it's so nice you are going out even though you're in a wheelchair. And I was like, what the fuck shouldn't I? I feel very just like confused about why I shouldn't go out, or why it's not a normal thing, or people don't see it like a normal thing. It shouldn't be like that. People should look at it differently. Like, I'm just a normal human being sitting now. I became disabled in 2020, and I was in a car accident. So we was on a highway and drove into a skilt, and the car rolled, and I didn't think I was wearing a seatbelt. So I was the only one getting disabled or paralyzed from the chest down. After I became disabled, I was put in a wheelchair. I was at the hospital for a bit over a month, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to do this. It was a whole new world for me. If I should describe how it is to a person that isn't in a wheelchair, I would say it comes with not just not using your legs, it's spasms, it's nerve pain, it's It's hard to explain to someone who hasn't tried it.
Tours on Wheels is a cause that creates awareness of accessibility in Aarhus by letting people experience how it is getting around in a wheelchair.
Tours on Wheels is very, very simple. We are taking people who are normally walking, say, here is the chair. Sit down and do the things you normally will do walking now in a wheelchair. So people has a better understanding how it is to be me. Aarhus is an old city. So of course there's a lot of buildings who are not accessible, but unfortunately they are also making new buildings where you can think, you can do better. The accessibilities in Aarhus are still so bad that I need to plan ahead, do a lot of research beforehand where to go, because many cafes and shops are not accessible for people in wheelchairs. Tours is my little child. Actually, I think about it the whole time, because every steps in my daily life is about tours some ways, because just getting out of bed is a challenge for me. I need to get help for a lot of things. When I have to ask for help, I'm getting tired and frustrated that I need to get help a lot of times. And I don't feel as the same eye level as everybody else. I feel a lot of times left out in the society because I don't feel that the talk of the democracy include me. I'm getting tired. Very, very tired that day. I'm not focused on it. So it's a job for me to get them focused on that. My work with Tours on Wheels is making me proud, because I know that we are doing something, trying to influence politicians, people who are working in municipalities every day in. That you are not doing something is making me angry, and what's determined to scream out that we need to do something, trying to find a way to work with people who can see it needs to be changed.
Well, I thought it was very eye-opening, to be honest. There's so many difficulties in the everyday life of a wheelchair user that you just don't notice at all when you don't have a physical disability. So yeah, and it was very hard on my arms. I think that the couples were extra hard. Those are just impossible. I have no idea how people who use wheelchair daily get around couples, and also curbs. I think before this trip I didn't realize how bad it actually was getting around, but now I feel more enlightened on the area.
The one thing that needs to change is the mindset on how to acknowledge people with disabilities. We need to change it. We're not living in the 1950s. We need to get that acknowledgement that we can do something. That we are people like everybody else, and we want to live the same life as everybody else. So I would like that people with disabilities are getting a little bit of help. We are not the king of the world, but we want to just be a part of the world.
Emma goes to Eggman Højskolen, which is designed with accessibility in mind.
The Eggman School is universal designed. Everybody could climb on the wall or in the trees. Everybody could participate in sailing or in handcraft or art classes. So we have made a lot of adaptations so it will be possible for everybody to participate but also contribute. And it's important that this place exists because a lot of people get a new mindset which they will take with them for the rest of their life.
The school is all about connecting disabled with doing whatever they want and trying new things, and making everybody equal. That's what Eggman stands for, I would say. I feel more relaxed here because I know there's accessibility, and also the people that look weird at you, they don't do here. It's normal. All are welcome here. It has opened my eyes a lot, being here, that I can just be myself and don't have to hide maybe feeling sad one day, or I don't feel discriminated at all. Being at Eggman makes me feel like I'm a part of something again. Like, it wasn't like that before, but it is like that when I'm here, because everybody, have some kind of disability, and we can lean up on each other. Like, we know how each other feels.
Okay, så vi skal et derop, og vi skal et derop.
I think it's exciting, also to see if it's gonna work. I don't know, but now it's about building it. That's the challenge.
Klar?
Ja.
Yeah. That's not stupid. Så på bare det. That's not stupid.
That's not stupid.
That's not at all stupid. Det går ikke tabe dig.
Nej, det vil jeg ikke mene, det gjorde.
Jeg skal tabe dig.
Ikke i dag. Det vil jeg simpelthen ikke tid til.
Jeg skal noget bagefter, så vi har ikke tid til at tabe dig. Så. Kom her, mor.
Skal jeg starte, eller hvad? Okay.
Der var det ligesom på... Så vi den på nu, hvor mange procent det var, men det var ikke 100. Måske på 60.
Oh.
Det er så sjovt at se, at mine ben bare hænger og dingler. Okay. Hvor langt er jeg op lige nu? Okay, jeg ser mig nu.
Being out in the tree like that, swinging, it was fun. It was something I never thought I would be doing. I wasn't even doing something like that before, so it's very out of comfort zone, but I liked it very much. It was fun, and it was just like being free. I think that view on disabled is not being looked at as much as it should. We are equal to other people. Why shouldn't we be? We are human too. We are all human. So I think that it's crazy that in 2023 we don't think about it as much at all.
I'm positive on the future in the ways of accessibility. I don't know if we ever will get there where everything is accessible. But I think in 20 years we will have a quite different society. Changes will happen.
Yeah.
If enough people say, "Oh, remember," and it shouldn't only be the people with disability or the people using wheelchairs. It's nice to have other voices explaining the same problems or the same possibilities. If you just switch your mindset a little bit.
I would say that you should just look at people for people. And like I said before, it's not who I am, it's just how I get around. You are something much greater than your body. I would say the solution, get it more normalized. The government should take it up and normalize disabled, and maybe get a little bit like knowledge about what disabled are and what their challenges are and what the challenges make them feel, because humans have feelings and you don't want to feel bad. And if you can help another person not feeling bad, you should do something about it.